Mike does this thing. Mike, when you see this, I'm talking about you. He doesn't like to put things back in the same place twice, and he likes to reorganize things every 5 minutes. So what happens is something will have been in the same place for a while, and then he uses it, and then it ends up in a different spot, and then nobody can find it, and he can't remember where he put it. This is why I get frustrated, because I can't find stuff. So Mike hides it. I'm telling y'all, get married, they said. Live together, they said. It'll be fun, they said. And then he moves all your shit. That's the part they don't tell you. Hey guys, welcome to TCR. Sid here. Thanks for clicking on the video. If you haven't done so already, make sure you hit that subscribe button. Today on how to catch a predator. No, not that kind of predator. But I do have something happening in the quail pen. It's not good. Unfortunately, some of these little guys ended up getting their legs pulled off. Like, I'm not even kidding. I noticed the other day, I had one of my roos had a little bit of blood on his foot and a little bit of blood on his chest, and I thought, oh, maybe he overplucked or one of the other birds got him or something. And I took him out of the pen and I looked at him and I checked him over, and it looked like maybe he just had a blood feather, which I don't know how common those are in quail, but I know that in parrots, they get them all the time. Well, not all the time. It's not like an epidemic sweeping the nation of parrots, but it's a thing that happens, and it's nothing. It doesn't hurt them. It just looks really bad. It looks like they're going to bleed to death, but it's just a quill that's basically like hasn't completely developed yet, and it bleeds. I've never seen it on a chicken or anything like that, so I don't know, but I thought, well, maybe that's what it is, because I couldn't find like a real wound or anything other than like the top of his little toe looked like it had been scraped a little bit. Checked on him later in the day and he looked, 90% better already. Everybody else in the pens looked fine. Nobody else was injured or anything. I didn't see any signs of anything else that looked funky. So fast forward to this morning, he looks a lot better because of course I went and checked in his little pen first. And then I look down and I see a couple birds sort of laying down, and I'm like, well, that's not good. And I look and I'm like, oh, dead, dead, dead. I see a couple that look injured. So I pull them out and I'm like, it's missing its leg. This one's missing its leg. The two that were dead, or the three rather that were dead, two of them, the leg had been ripped off. Sorry, this is gonna be graphic description, guys, so you've been warned. The leg had been ripped off, and through the cavity of the hawk up there, they had eaten out the innards of the bird. This is my breeding stock, so I was like, man, really? Okay. What could have gotten in here? Because, of course, right away, I think the typical suspects out here are possums, skunks. Now, everything that I read online points to a raccoon, that they're notorious for doing this to quail. They reach their little paws in, they grab the quail's foot and pull the bird to them, and then they basically gnaw and pull their legs off and then eat some of their insides and then leave the body. So I imagine that's not the best way to go, so I feel really bad for these little birds that went this way, number one. And number two, now they know that they've got a meal pen over there. So now they tested the first night and then they slaughtered the next night. So everything I read says it's likely a raccoon. So I'm out here right now, back by the shed, because I know that I have my traps out here somewhere and I'm attempting to locate them. Mike does this thing. Mike, when you see this, I'm talking about you. He doesn't like to put things back in the same place twice, and he likes to reorganize things every 5 minutes. So what happens is something will have been in the same place for a while, and then he uses it, and then it ends up in a different spot, and then nobody can find it, and he can't remember where he put it. So I think it's back here somewhere with some of this storage stuff that he's got back here. I don't even know what all he's got back there, like some random easy ups and stuff that he's got. And I feel like I saw them back here, but now that I'm back here, I don't see them. It's always interesting to try to figure out where, like in Mike's little brain, logically it would have made sense to put something. Because anyway, long story short, I have these possum, raccoon, skunk traps, and I have cans of tuna. So my plan is to put a couple of those in the little enclosure where the quail are with the bait. See, I don't think he would have put them in here. I did find my tarp though. Doesn't look like he put them in here. This is why I get frustrated, because I can't find stuff. So Mike hides it. I'm telling y'all. Get married, they said. Live together, they said. It'll be fun, they said. And then he moves all your shit. That's the part they don't tell you. No, I don't see anything though. I could have sworn they were back here. Oh, there they are. I see them. I found them. Okay, I'm gonna have to get some digging over there. So at least I know where they are. So that's good. So this guy, he was the first one that was injured when I came out yesterday morning. And his little toe, I don't know if you guys can see, his little toe was red. It was like it bled a little bit. And then his chest was a little bit red. So I, like I said, I cleaned him off, got him sprayed down. These guys are all unharmed, as well as these guys in here. They're all fine. I checked everybody over. These are my quarantined girls that all sustained some level of injury. Some of them just have, let's see if I lift this, maybe you guys can see better. But I think there's 2 there that I'm gonna have to call. The 2 that are standing up in the back seem to be doing a lot better. They weren't injured as badly. But these 2, trying to give them a chance to see if they'll rally. But I have a feeling I'm gonna have to call them. I'm gonna have to just really take care of that. Get these traps set out here, put some bait out, and hope that whatever it is, weasel, raccoon, possum, skunk, whatever it is that has decided it has a taste for my quail, I got a license to kill, man. It's not gonna end well for that critter. No predators. It's not okay. When they come after my livestock, I come after them. So it's game on. I'm gonna go dig those traps out and get them set. Step 1 of how to catch a predator: bait. All right, guys, so I've got my 2 cages here that are designed to trap critters. And I'm gonna go ahead and set these up with some cans of tuna. I've got my squirrelinator back there. I'm gonna bait that with some feed, just because I know that the squirrels have been getting back here too. And I would like to just eliminate the rodent issue as much as possible, for their health as well as for just my own sanity. So a lot of times I'll use cat food when I'm setting these, but I didn't have time to run to the store, and because we're preppers, I have a lot of cans of tuna on the shelf that Mike has gotten discounted. So I'm just gonna set one of these bad boys in here and hope that this does the trick. Apparently it makes the geese come over. Oh, babies, you don't eat tuna. Well, maybe you do. I don't know. Birds don't eat fish. That's a long joke. That's like an inside joke between Mike and I. We were, it was a long time ago, we were fishing at Lake Lundy. I think I did it. Anyway, we were fishing at Lake Lundy one day on vacation, and somebody, I don't even remember who, but somebody chucked their fish just back onto the shore instead of, putting it in a stringer in the water, or putting it on the belt. And I was like, why would you do that? Like, the birds are gonna eat it. And Mike turned to me and said, birds don't eat fish. And I looked at him and I was like, they don't? Like, what lake have you been fishing on? Like, every bird loves fish, like every bird that's hanging around a lake, right? So, like, and there's, bald eagles that nest up there at Lake Lundy, so it's just kind of funny. That's our inside joke now. When somebody says something ridiculous, we just go, birds don't eat fish. So now it's not an inside joke anymore. Although it was one of those you kind of had to be there. Probably doesn't translate as well, but whatever, it's all right. I'm telling you, I keep hearing stuff out here too that is not my animals. Like thuds and stuff over there. I don't know what that is. Mike's gonna be home soon. I'm gonna have him come back out and check these and get the squirrelinator ready, because I've actually never used that, so I'm not even sure. That's his gadget. So when he gets back out here, I'll have him make sure that these are set properly. Like I said, we haven't used these since the year we bought them, which was I think it's been 3 years or so since we've had to use them. We haven't had any predator problems like this. So I'm rusty, haha, no pun intended, on catching these predators when it comes to setting this little trap. So I'm gonna have Mike double check it when he gets home. But at least I've located them, I've got them in the area, and I've got them baited.
It's alright. It's not gonna hurt the goats.
No. So tell everybody what you just did.
It's kind of gruesome, but I just found a possum hiding up in here in the area where the quail are kept, and I let the air out of it. So
maybe my quail will be safe and these traps will be redundant.
He actually got away, but I know where I hit him, and he was bleeding a lot, so I'm gonna go find him and put him out of his misery, and hopefully the quail will live through the night.
I'm still leaving those traps set though, just in case. So drop me a line, guys. Let me know what you think. Let me know if you've had your quail get attacked before and what you found was eating them. Was it a weasel? Was it a raccoon? What kind of cage did you have them in? I'm curious to see how I can maybe fortify them better for the future so I don't have this happen again without having to, you know, constantly put out traps and risk catching all the barn cats every day. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel, and click the bell so you get the notifications.